Hi, I'm Peter from Coffee Pass, and today we're looking at which Moccamaster is right for you. Is the Moccmaster Cup-One, Classic or Thermal? Let's get into it. The Moccmaster Cup-One. Now this machine was released in 2014 and is handmade in the Netherlands. It's basically a 1-cup filter coffee machine, so a personal filter coffee machine. Quite common for homes or in an office environment where people are making their own coffee. It's a simple to operate machine. Effectively, you've just got 3 things. You got your water reservoir, 330ml tank, you got your little illuminated on and off switch, and your coffee container where you basically put filter paper, in this case one size filter paper, and your coffee in there. Once you've got your coffee and your water in there, it takes 4 to 6 minute brew time, generally around the 4-minute mark, to get your 1 cup of filter coffee. The machine comes with a few things. It comes with 2 of these porcelain cups, but in saying that, you could probably use your own, like Husky, Frank Green, Fellow, whatever it might be. And it comes with 10 takeaway paper cups like these, which you'd probably use and never use again. Another thing it comes with is a little scoop for your coffee. Once again, questionable whether you need a little pick to clean out the 3 little holes on the bottom there, and some descaler. With these machines, you generally have to descale them every possibly around 40 uses. It really depends on the water quality you have. The harder the water, the more often you have to descale. When I mean hard, I mean basically water with a higher TDS. So looking at this machine, it really is for that home user or for that office user that just wants to make 1 coffee at a time and guarantee the coffee is always fresh for that use. So yeah, pretty cool little setup, especially if you want to make 1 coffee at a time. The Moccmaster Classic. This by far is the most common Moccmaster, most well-known Moccmaster we carry. Quite a simple setup and simple to operate. Effectively, you're moving away from the single filter coffee machine to now a batch brew, which runs generally 2 to 10 cups. In this setup, you've got your power switch for your on and off, and you got your high and low temperature for your hot plate here. Effectively, on your brew head here, you've got a shut off, a half flow, and a full flow. What you'll do, your shut off is from when you're putting and removing your brew basket or brew head. Your half flow is from when you're running 2 to 5 cups, and your full flow is when you're running 6 to 10 cups. Effectively, you put your water in there, you choose your flow, you put the right amount of coffee. You've got 9 holes here in the dispersion, which is set by Moccamaster, and you got your carafe here. Now, if you were to run out of water, the machine will automatically shut off to protect its element, and the hot plate automatically shuts off after 40 minutes. With your water, you're running at 92 to 96 degrees, which is optimal for coffee, and then your hot plate will run between 80 to 85 degrees to maintain that coffee longer. So what does the Moccmaster Classic come with? It comes with obviously the unit, a pack of 100 4-size filter papers, a scoop to fill up your brew basket, and a descaling solution. Generally, you have to be descaling your machine every 40 cycles, depending on how hard your water is. So that's the scoop, that's the descaler, and that's the pack of 100 filter papers. So depending on how many coffees you're doing, that will last you a while. And obviously we sell these and other brands if you need them further down the line. Quite a simple setup, the most common little batch brew filter machine, and mainly used for homes where multiple family members or like offices. For cafes, we tend to look at the thermal version, which we'll look at next. The Moccmaster KPT Thermal. Now this is very similar to the Moccmaster Classic, in which it still does 2 to 10 cups in 4 to 6 minutes and has a temperature of 92 to 96 degree in brew. The difference here is it's basically brewing into a thermal carafe, which holds your coffee for longer. In terms of operation, super simple. You've got just your on-off switch, and there's actually a micro switch here that cuts off if the carafe is moved away. In terms of your brew head here, you got your off, half, and full, just like in the Classic. Once again, the main difference is a thermal carafe that makes your coffee last longer. So the application here tends to be more for cafe environment. Now with the thermal carafe, we actually got a mixer lid in here, which is recommended to keep in while pouring, as it helps basically even out the brew. But if you were to travel with a carafe, you could remove this mixer lid and put in the cap to make it seal proof. But once again, once you're about to pour from, you would remove the cap and put in the mixer lid back in. Super simple. Once again, same as a Classic, you have to clean it in about every 40 cycles, depending on how hard your water is, and similar operation. The Moccmaster filter coffee machines, which one is right for you? Now, of the three we looked at, we had the Cup-One, the Classic, and the KVT Thermal. It really depends on what you're going to be using the machine for. For single cup filter coffee, the Cup-One is the way to go, generally speaking, for your home or a small office. If you're trying to do a few more coffees, once again, the home or office, possibly the Moccmaster Classic. Now, in both these cases, they come in multiple colors that can really personalize and have fun with. And for cafes, when you're trying to do a bigger batch brew, that's probably going to last a little bit longer, the KVT, that now only comes in white, red, black, and silver. So it's more your professional look, cafe look. They're all doing very similar outputs in terms of the temperature of the extraction and time. It really is the use case. I'd love to know in the comments below which one is your favorite Moccmaster and why. Also, if you like this review, hit the thumbs up and subscribe for more reviews coming out weekly. Thank you, I'm Pedro from Coffee Parts.